Hi, I'm Selena Mara, Holistic Singing Coach. In this video, I'm going to share with you why I think the diaphragm is overrated in breathing for singing. So you hear it here, there and everywhere, right? Breathe with the diaphragm, sing with the diaphragm, use diaphragmatic breathing. So what do you make of it? If you hear someone tell you to breathe with your diaphragm, do you even know what to do or how to do it? I'm guessing probably not. I admit it's true, the diaphragm is important in breathing for singing. But the reason why it's overrated is because it's not the only important muscle in breathing for singing. To breathe well and freely and easily, we need to involve the Three Musketeers of breathing: the diaphragm, the ribs and the abdominal muscles. They manage the dynamic movement of in-breath and out-breath and the sustaining of sound. I've honestly heard so much rubbish about breathing with the diaphragm, online, in books, in workshops. I even heard one workshop leader who said, "We're going to turbocharge your diaphragm." I mean, what the hell does that mean? It's a muscle. It's either relaxing or contracting, nothing else. You can't turbocharge it. So I find it frustrating when there's so much rubbish out there, but I wanted to create more clarity and understanding for you to help you with your singing. So just let me explain how it works. You've got the diaphragm. It's a dome-shaped muscle. It lies here underneath the rib cage, underneath the lungs, and it's connected to the lower ribs. Okay? When we breathe in, this diaphragm, this dome, contracts downwards, it flattens downwards. That works with the intercostal muscles to raise and lift the ribs outwards. That expansion draws air into your lungs. Now, we've been using the diaphragm since the day we were born. We can't breathe without it. So why they go on about it so much? It's a bit crazy. Now, I do admit that a lot of people breathe too shallowly. So that might be one reason why they're going on about it. But you see, a lot of people breathe shallowly because they're overworking the throat. They're sucking in air with that gaspy sound, and it tends to fill the chest area rather than go deeper into the lungs. So many of us do need to learn to breathe more deeply, but it's not lack of diaphragm action that is causing that shallow breathing. What is it? It's tensing and tightening of the belly and the abdominal muscles, okay? So as I explained, for your lungs to fill up, they need to expand. Part of that expansion is downwards, and we can't expand our lungs downwards if we're holding our tummies in tight to look slimmer, okay? If we're pulling in our abdominal muscles, you know what that feels like. Give it a go. Your stomach comes in, but with that tight belly, can you feel how it's really hard to breathe? So let's sum up. To breathe in, the diaphragm comes down, the ribs swing out, and air is drawn in. At the same time, in order for the diaphragm to go down properly, you need to allow your belly to be squidged outwards and downwards, okay? Now to breathe out, which is what powers our singing, we use the same three buddies, but they're working differently. The diaphragm relaxes upwards, the ribs swing inwards and downwards, and the tummy, the belly area, just starts to fall back closer into the body. And at a certain point, the abdominal muscles need to squeeze inwards to send more air out, and that's for longer notes and phrases. And to breathe both in and out for singing, we need to use those three musketeers: the ribs, diaphragm, and abdominal muscles. There is no point in trying to learn to use the diaphragm on its own because it can't do the job. It's part of a whole system, a whole torso, whole body system of complex interactions. And when we use them properly, we can breathe in fully, deeply, quickly, and then sustain our phrases, power the out breath, power the sound, okay, in a controlled way. so our breath will last as long as we need it to within a song, rather than us having to gasp for air in awkward moments in a phrase. So I'm a bit of a nerd on the topic of breathing for singing. I do find it just really fascinating. And I've developed a holistic, healthy approach to breathing for singing. It's based on up-to-date scientific research and it works in harmony with the needs of our body. It also honours and incorporates the mental and emotional aspects of breathing, because they're important to do too. I call it the dynamic flow breathing method. So to breathe well, we need to strengthen some muscles, relax others, help them all become more flexible, and help them relate in new ways, or not necessarily new, but ways we may have forgotten. So in breathing right for singing, there's some aspects of it where we're going back to a natural pattern that we've forgotten because of a lifetime of tension and habits. And we're also training certain muscles to get stronger and work in new ways that we haven't really tapped into before. So in some ways it's more natural, in other ways it's more trained. Yeah, that's what's so unique about breathing for singing. And the shifts we need to get this right are different for different singers, because we're all unique human beings with different habits. Okay, so that's why I created a short one-to-one course called Breathe Right for Singing. You get personal coaching to optimize your breathing for health and for free and easy singing for life, so you can start to just trust your breathing and focus your attention on expressing yourself and delivering beautiful vocal qualities. Yeah, does that make sense? We need to just train the breathing in the right way so we can park it, we can just trust it to do its job for us, and we can focus on the singing. Okay, so you can find out more about that course either above or below this video, and I would really love to help you optimize this important aspect of your singing. I'd love to work with you, and I really hope you found this session valuable. So I look forward to seeing you next time. I'm Selena Mara, holistic singing coach. See you next time. Bye.